breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to be. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page lies, it's about to be. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right, what's up? Good morning. Man, I'm tan. We were in softball this weekend. That is not a filter. It's me. I don't look in the mirror very often. So, anyway, what's going on? Our countdown's almost done. We got through our cool little low kind of chill song there by my boy Andy. We play the upbeat ones later in the week when it's quitting time, but I'm sure most everybody has the Monday morning blues. Most everybody. Unless it's your Friday night. Remember we were joking Friday, instead of TGIF we say TGIM if today's your Friday. So, anyway, what is going on? Oh, yeah, so Chris brought up the big weather story going on right now. We're going to say hello to a bunch of folks and talk, but man, major flooding going on up in the Northeast. New York yesterday had a whole season full of rain in a couple hours, a lot of flooding, terrible event going on. So that's happening. I posted latest flood map on that earlier today, so we'll get into that. We'll get into the tropics. We'll get into the long range look-in. We got some stuff to talk about this crazy heat wave going on and come back. Did it ever leave? Louis loves the spotlight. So, we're going to chill for a little while. This is our daily brew. You know, I do these short little TikTok videos now. They're getting pretty cool. I do these little YouTube videos. The daily brew is fun. We just kind of chill out, talk about everything. So, that's what we do. We talk weather. Right, Louis? So, it's brought to you by our great friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. I hope you got to visit them over the weekend. I'm going to Panama City Beach Saturday. Emily's got her yearly World Series of softball. It's one of her last summers we'll get to do it, so we're going to party like it's 1999 or whatever Prince said. What was that song? But we'll be hitting up the old ABC up there at Panama City Beach. I need to meet my Cat 5 salsa guy. If you're watching, hit me up. Text me. Text me now. I know you got my number. We never did get to hook up during the golf jam. I know I wanted to meet you. I always talk about the salsa section at ABC is my favorite salsa section in the world. You wouldn't think that, right? Going into ABC. Anyway, Loretta Reed, what's up? Good morning, Jamie. We're going to say hi to some folks on Facebook, then we'll flip over to YouTube here. Billy Van, good morning. Billy Van, that sounds like a rocker name, man. What's up, Mr. Eric? Hey, the Rays finally won. Barbara, that's your favorite beach? Well, it is mine. Mark Sheldon, my favorite mayor up there, too. That dog can sleep anywhere. What's up, James Ford? Yeah, I don't know what he does. He freaks out when it comes time to go live. He's always done this. He just likes it. He just likes the light. He likes me talking in his ear. I don't know. People say we have the most calmest Frenchies on the planet. I don't know. We were lucky. Look at him. He's just like, he just soaked it all in. What's up, Mr. Tom Buffa? How's it going? Mr. Cruz and Buddy. Good morning, Christopher Vaughn. Good morning, Christina from South Carolina. Longboat Key, Mr. Weather Buster. What's up? Kelvin Gomez from the Dominican Republic. Hey, how about that? That's awesome. Good to see you down there. We're heading down there for our MWP cruise coming up next March. Our third annual Mike's Other Page cruise is going down to what the hell? Where are we going? Shelly, I can't remember. Dominican Republic and Labadee Bay or something, right? Is that what it's called? Labadee? I don't know. What's up, Mr. Robert Mills from the Outer Banks? How's it going? Mary Hernandez loves Louie and Hunter. Good morning, Port Orange, Mr. Carl. I don't know. He's just like a chill dude, man. All right, let's say goodbye. I do love this dog. I'm telling you. We get to take him next week, too. All right, buddy. We'll see you later, all right? You go hang out with your brother. Good morning there. Hey, Tom. Cruising in March. Hell yeah. What's up, Brandon, Mississippi? Any ZZ Top fans out there? What's up, Mr. Sherman? How's it going? Still dry out west, but you got your rain in, that's for sure. It's hot. Good morning from San Juan. Raphael, what's up down there, man? You got a couple tropical waves making it your way. You got a lot of Caribbean dust. Hey, anybody down that neck of the woods in the Caribbean, tell us about the dust. Is it bad? Does it fall down? I've had people tell us that it actually coats like their outside patios and grills and cars. It's a lot thicker to Caribbean before it reaches. Did you see the video I did on TikTok? There's this video from Egypt. I think the Suez Canal, is that what it's called? But there's so many hype videos saying that's coming to Florida, this big dust cloud. And it's like massive. It's a dust storm. Now, there was one up in the Midwest. Was it Illinois? I think they had a terrible car crash from a dust storm. But the African dust we talk about in the tropics is not a wall of dust. It's not. We can talk about that later. David from the Middle Caribbean. Where would the middle of the Caribbean be? Would that be Jamaica? What's considered the middle of the Caribbean? I don't know. The Caymans? Cool. Joe Sardo, what's up? Morning, Mike. Cool, man. All right, well, let's talk about it. Jill from the UK. We got more people from out of the country than we do U.S. Somebody's on the Carnival. Where are you at, David? You're in the is it? David's on a ship. Oh, okay. That makes sense. You don't know where you're at, David. You're drinking coffee. That's awesome. Don't you just love technology? David's on a cruise ship in the middle of the Caribbean watching our Daily Brew live from Oldsmar, Florida. Cheers to that. All right, we're going to talk weather now. Cheers. A lot to talk about. Thanks to all the new subscribers to the page, by the way. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, season's kind of in the lull right now. Don't forget to get your 30% off Furman. We got some fun stuff coming up with these guys soon. Again, my boys Greg and Jason. But all you got to do is click on this link right here, get 30% off, and guess what? 30% off, free shipping, man. It's the most amazing deal on the planet. Oh, they even got me on there. Look. Oh my God! Look, you click on the page, and there's me. That's their Every Generator Tells a Story. That's yours truly. This is all my video. They did the most amazing piece on behind the scenes with Mike. So that is cool, man. Jason, are you watching? I made the Furman Power Equipment main page, man. That's awesome. All right, here's your tropics. So we got a nothing burger out there. It's not a kidney bean. It's a 30% area that might develop into a low pressure. I've been watching models It's just kind of going to do this. Blah, 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 blah. It's not coming this way. Might hit the Azores, maybe, but it's nothing. So it's just going to sit out there and spin around. I don't even know if it's going to hit the Azores or not, but they're watching it. It's 30%. We'll look at some future modeling here. The latest models have it kind of stay east of or west of the Azores. I screw up east and west at least once a day. So that's it. Ain't coming to America. Not going to Bermuda. Probably just going to hang out here in the northern Atlantic. But that's the only thing on the tropics map right now. That is the official tropics map. We got a little wave that passed through Caribbean. We got a big old wave coming off Africa now. But we also have a lot of dust, and they call that SAL, Saharan Air Layer. So dust is ruling the July season right now. Very normal. But things are quiet. Hey, listen. 2004, we did not have our first system until August in 2004. First system in 1992 was the end of August, and that was the infamous Hurricane Andrew, the end of August. Last year, we didn't have anything in the month of July, nothing in the month of August last year. So I guess the thing I hear the most is, man, why is the season a bust? Why is the season a bust? I hear it every year. So this is the season of tropics. The dust comes. Here's tropics in a nutshell. Let me get my hat because I wear this tropics in a nutshell on TikTok. So the tropics in a nutshell every year. We get a couple preseason systems in May and June. Oh my God, the season's gonna be huge. Then it slows down in July, and everybody's like, "Oh, the season's a bust." Well, then we get dust in July, and that becomes the hot topic, and everybody hypes up the dust, including me. I like likes. No, I don't hype it up. It is fascinating though. Then everybody kind of goes to sleep, and then boom, the real season gets here towards, later September, October, November even. So people seem to let their guards down right now. They get amped up thinking the season's over, and it hasn't even begun yet. Trust me. So very normal. The thing that is concerning is the water temperatures. Let's look at some models first from Tropical Tidbits. I left my golf blob watching on the page here. We got some storms today brewing. This is interesting. I'll talk about today's weather, but we got a line of storms developing. It's going to work its way down into Florida even. But today it's going to be some strong storms today. We have a huge high pressure to the north. This is a pretty radical, wild-looking storm prediction map for today. So we basically got a high camped out over Tennessee and Kentucky. So all this energy now is just going to kind of float around this high pressure system. So we're going to have storms a little bit lower today to watch into Florida even today. Tomorrow, Tuesday, more of the same. Storms southern part of this high pressure system. And it's going to be touching the upper Gulf Coast and the Florida Peninsula again tomorrow. So 2 days of storms, a little stronger. We get storms every day. I mean, pop-up storms are normal in the summertime. But when you start getting into the darker green colors and yellow, means that they could be a little bit more severe. In fact, if you ever need coding, I got the list on my site. Dark green means severe thunderstorms possible. Could be some hail. Limited duration. You can even have a spin-up little tornado in green. We've seen that in the past. So dark green means a little more stronger than normal. And that's today and tomorrow for a lot of folks in the south and the east. Here's a look at that wave off Africa. Here's that juicy general area we were talking about last week that was going to be nearing the islands first part of the week. So not looking tropical. There were a few models that took this area and actually developed it maybe over here. There were a few random models. So you never take your eye off tropical waves. It's going to get through all this dust and wind shear. And if it does slow down a little bit, there's always a chance this time of year that they could spin up. So nothing shown on the models yet. But this is the big one coming in off of Africa right now, actually. We'll see if this one hangs together. There's a few models kind of picking up on this one too. So like I said, there's a lot of African dust out there. Here's a great map from myfoxhurricane.com. You can see a very animated version of the dust currently. Thick dust, not like the Suez Canal dust, but thin dust at the middle levels of the atmosphere that actually rides along those strong trade winds. and dries up the middle atmosphere. Now, it doesn't prevent thunderstorms from happening locally. That was a great question somebody asked. This just kind of hinders larger scale development when you start getting big low pressure systems trying to get going and develop. This will ingest more dry air. It doesn't seem to affect afternoon thunderstorms. But we do have some dust over Florida right now, expected to get into the Gulf of Mexico. Then we even have a bigger plume coming later in the week. So, yeah, it's going to be hazy. It's going to be kind of looking like Mars. If you've ever been to Mars, Marvin the Martian, he'll tell you. I did not know that Mars was colder than U.S., though. I mishyped that video saying, I said it's going to be like Mars because Mars is dusty. So technically it was okay to say that. But in my head I was thinking Mars was hot. I don't know why. It's not hot. It's cooler than you. It's farther away from the sun. But anyway, there's your dust coming. So that's going to really prevent tropics from getting going. There's really not a lot of models showing much. But let's talk about this water. Let's look at tropical tidbits real quick. Let's look at all the models. We'd love to do that. And I got a lot of graphics to show you here on stuff, so don't go anywhere on the water temperature heat. So let's go to the latest Euro. Just, keep an eye on this general wave. These are your low pressure areas. This is your wave we're looking at. We're going to kind of watch this wave here. This is this anomaly map showing you, any low pressure areas that try to get going. And you can see later this week a bubble of blue. Here's that area that they're monitoring. So Thursday of this week, basically, this is looking likely. It could become maybe something. But look, here's Bermuda and here's the Azores. And it's kind of smack dab right in the middle. We're playing tic-tac-toe here, right? Look. Does anybody ever win tic-tac-toe? All right, so long range into the weekend. You're not really showing it. And here's that low just hanging out. See it? Keep your eye on this. So I believe it or not, we have people watching the Azores. If you're from the Azores, type chicken. Anyway, it's going to hang out there. The other wave coming across Africa now, I don't know. So anyway, Euro's not showing much development. The Canadian been a little more aggressive, I noticed this year, showing development areas. Here's that wave right now, currently over nearing the islands. You can kind of see the making into the Gulf Saturday, but it's not developing it. Really nothing there. Icon 00Z showing a little bubble through the Caribbean, but doesn't really do anything with it. Has a wave behind it. So basically what I'm just showing you is there's really nothing solid to show other than the area that they're watching with these low pressure areas. It's kind of hanging out between the Bermuda and the Azores there. Let's look real quick before I jump into my water maps I have listed up here. The ensembles are great to look at, kind of looking at nothing. There was a few picking up on that wave, maybe, but nothing like it was. A couple days ago, we had a lot more, but very, very, very low confidence on anything brewing right now. So that's good news. If there was, I'd talk about it more, but there's really nothing other than just keeping an eye on those waves. Here's that area in the middle. Getting a lot of tropical storm signature here. So, this is over the weekend coming up this weekend. So the next few days, this could become Dawn. D-O-N, not D-A-W-N. It's D-O-N. Remember Don Knotts? Was it Dom DeLuise or Don DeLuise? Remember Don Knotts? He was on Three's Company. I love Three's Company. What was it about that era, man, with Gilligan with the two girls, and then you had Jack with the two girls? I'm married. I can't say anything more than that. Shelly will be mad at me. Miss Shelly. So anyway, we'll see if Dawn pops up. But as far as anything else goes, I don't know. Now you can follow along this very weak signature of the wave that we're seeing now. kind of showing, maybe showing, probably not showing. This is only tropical depression status, nothing really showing storm. But like I said, the flow around the high, I mean, regardless, we're in a little weakness right now over the Atlantic with that low forming out there. So if anything were to try to get going, it would have a little more ability to pull north. But like I said, very low chances. But hey, not zero, but it's not 100 either. So we'll keep an eye on it. Like I said, we're watching these waves right now currently. I tell you what, though, the one that was showing there is this kind of messy juice right here. This is the one that by the end of the week could be doing that. This is the big one, long range, we'll have to keep an eye on. If you look at Weather Nerds, man, it really looks impressive. And they do that. They plop off of Africa. A couple of them are riding a little low. But overall, it's healthy. They come off of Africa. Sometimes they can't maintain convection. The difference this year being is the waters are hot. So the convection has been staying together a little bit longer than what we normally would see this time of year. Usually the Atlantic's a lot cooler, not a lot of storm fuel. These waves pop off of Africa and sometimes they dissipate, especially with all that dust out there. But this one looks pretty healthy. This is a live look. This is off weathernerds.org. Another one coming in behind it. This is what everybody's kind of wondering about for the season. So here we go. Tropic stuff. Joe wants to know about the MJO. Good question, Mr. Joe. Kind of neutral there. And then we got the velocity potential. And it's in a little enhanced phase here going into the middle part of July. So not necessarily the worst conditions. It's a little favorable for development right now. Light green. And then we have a 2-week forecast here. Michael Venture sites, I believe. And it's just neutral. Blues would be in enhanced stages. So the MJO is not really going either direction right now for the Atlantic. Here's that flood potential map. This is serious. This is going on right now. Yesterday was New York. Rare to issue a high excessive rainfall outlook. This is ongoing. We talked about it last week. The models had this stagnant flow of moisture, just rain training up. And it's happening right now. So big rains, flooding, unfortunately, going on. We can go to the National Weather Service and see all the potential, what's going on, flash flooding, all kinds of bad stuff happening. Look at this, flash flood warning for a huge area. New Hampshire, Vermont, right now. So just, keep an eye out on that. We got a lot of flood warnings. A lot of bridges are being washed out currently. A whole year of rain being fallen in less than 24 hours. Seems like the pattern this year, right? We had that happen in Florida here, the Panhandle, and we had it over on the East Coast around Lauderdale this year already. So yeah, let's look at the radar real quick, and then we'll see what's going on. So we'll look at the northeast, and then we'll talk a little bit. There you go, just rain training. I mean, that rain just coming up, just kind of stuck, just flowing up from the Atlantic. Big rains going on right now in the southeast. Right here, I did a future radar. This line's brewing today. This just went through, this got rain through Panama area, and now it's crossed southern Georgia. Got some up here in the outer coastline of South Carolina, near North Carolina. But we're going to have some action brewing here later today. It's going to be working its way to Florida. So keep an eye on the radar today. Could be some strong storms. Daytime heating, soaking up some of that unbelievable hot Gulf water. Repeat pattern tomorrow. Future radar today, since we're talking about that. Here's what it kind of looks like today. Storm flow from the west to the east has been the theme now all season long. And there you go. This is about 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. So there could be a hefty little line rolling in off the Gulf of Mexico. We could have some lingering behind it across the Panhandle, Upper Gulf. Along the east coast here, Georgia, South Carolina, even into North Carolina. This is this afternoon. And there you go. Then we're going to have a repeat round tomorrow. Almost a deja vu. This is tomorrow, Tuesday. So you have 2 days of this pattern. And you can verify that with that Storm Prediction Center graphic. Here's tomorrow. So this is a little earlier in the day tomorrow. So 2 days, storms. All right, so let's slow it down a little bit. Let me close some stuff out, and we'll look at some water temperatures. All right, we'll leave this up here real quick. This is a weekly anomaly map change. Is it weekly? 626. It might be a week. Could be like 2 weeks. Does it even say? Daily. No, but this is just showing you a couple things. We're going to talk about water now. Don is next on the list. Richard, what's up, buddy? Scotty B, good morning. Lillian, good morning. Appreciate everybody watching. Hope we learn a little bit. Don doesn't like drama. Hey, Katie Haley, how's it going? Dawn says brother had flooding in PA. I believe it. What's up, Vicky Coneheads? Home run derby tonight. All-star game tomorrow night. Joel, yep. Nobody reads my post, Shelly. All right, so water temperatures. Let's talk about that. So yesterday I posted the water temperature. Panhandle weather. Julie, the weather's going to clear briefly. It could be another round later this afternoon and tomorrow morning. All right, so these all right, so this is an anomaly map. So a couple weeks ago, I don't know, about a month or so back, maybe a little more, the water temperatures around the Gulf were 5 to 6 to 7 degrees above normal in a few spots, right? Then we had persistent northeast winds lasting with that high pressure, and we had a lot of cool winds blowing across the east coast down through the Gulf, cooling things off quite a bit. Water anomalies dropped and water cooled back down, but over history I've seen that water temperatures below the surface are still warm from that warm up earlier, and it does not take long for water temperatures to reach back to the surface, especially in the Gulf when we have those continuing long lines of the loop current Gulf Stream. And that's what we're seeing. Tremendous warm up in the Gulf over the last 2 weeks. Like unbelievable, okay? This kind of shows you the anomaly map, how it went from 626, it started on this map. And you can see the blues, meaning below normal, just a week plus ago. And as over the last week, you can see the dark orange creeping up. So the water temperatures have warmed up quite a bit. This was a very interesting site that I found. In fact, I'm going to link it. I have a lot of water temperature sites, but this one was specific. You can zoom in on regions. This is zoomed in on East Gulf Coast. Let me show you this, though. This is from Brian McNulty's site. He's a great guy on Twitter. He's a weather guy down in Miami. This is on the weather site he's got. This is showing you the current temperatures as of yesterday. Purple's almost 90 degrees. Okay, that's just unbelievable. And this is all thanks to that Gulf Stream, which comes over here, wraps around here, goes around here. We've had this persistent dome of high pressure over top. So unbelievable temperatures. Like, you know, then I was worried if I was hyping it. Like, okay, maybe this is normal for July. I'm like, well, you know, maybe it is normal. So then I found this site, which is right here. This one tells you monthly average for the East Coast. So this column right here is your monthly averages. So let's look at July, for example. Okay. So July is, well, we can zoom it up so it's the last column so I don't have to keep looking for it. All right. All right, so some of these areas. All right, let's start looking at 91. Butternut Key, 91. Normal's 88. So you start to see a trend here, 91, 88. Blackwater Sound, I don't know where half these places are, but 92, 87. So the bottom line is this. I mean, tons of 90-degree temperatures, like tons. I mean, Trout Cove is actually in the Everglades, but even that, the normal's 88. 95.7 yesterday. So this water temperature is just crazy to see this many 90s. So I clicked on Old Tampa Bay. Normally, Old Tampa Bay averages around 87.9 for July. To make sure I got July up there, because again, I don't want to be busted for hyping. I did get called out, Shelly, on my clickbait thumbnail on YouTube, and I changed it because I did have I put 9 hurricanes coming, and that kind of was clickbait, so I made it 9 hurricanes expected. Totally changes the tone of the thumbnail. Expected is a whole lot different than coming. Coming sounds almost like it's a definitive. All right, so anyway, this is a cool link. No, it's not cool. It's a warm link. But so let's go to Old Tampa Bay. This is the where I live. And what was interesting is the peak. So yesterday it cooled down to 91.4 overnight. This was Saturday night. 91 in the morning on Sunday morning. But look, it climbed up to 94.5 yesterday. Now, my curiosity, now that I found this cool link, which I'm going to put somewhere, it'll be like an Easter egg hunt. You're going to have to find it because I only have a few links on my site. It'll be somewhere over where the surface temperatures are. Hint, hint, probably, hint, hint, probably somewhere around here. But what's got me kind of intrigued a little bit is what I'm going to learn a little bit today. So the water Saturday night was 91 as a low, but last night it got down to 92.1. So I'm curious. Does that mean it'll get up to 95 today? I mean, a lot of it will depend on rain and stuff, obviously, but it's, like I said. But if you look back at history, like I said, 88 is the norm. So everything's above normal. Is what I'm getting at. Yeah, obviously Panama's cool right now. You get a thunderstorm, rain waters. It's the average over time is what they're worried about, and the water temperature is below the surface. So there was a few spots down in the Keys in the upper 90s too. So there's that, and this is a great graphic by Ryan Mayhew. I love this guy. Big part of Weather Models, by the way. So what he did with this graphic I thought was very interesting. So 2015 was our last very, very strong El Nino year. 1 million links. I got 1 million links. Oh, hey, Ian. What's up, buddy? So we just got an official... one of our followers is over in Jamaica, and he said they just issued a Sahara dust warning in Jamaica. That's interesting. Therese is going on to cruise the Bahamas. You should be good. There's no long-range weather coming, so that's always good. So anyway, Christopher Vaughn, what's up, buddy? Yep. 90 degrees. I know I saw a few spots. Then I get the one saying I'm hyping. I'm like, come on, I'm just showing facts. I'm not saying it could be 100. How about it is 94.5? Mike wants to know, could El Nino cool the waters down in the Gulf from the Pacific winds? It could, anytime you get a strong flow. But the fact that the Pacific's warm right now, warmer than normal. So I don't know. In past years, the Pacific's warmer right now, so I don't know how it could really affect Caribbean waters that much. So anyway, Ryan Mayhew put this awesome graphic out. So 2015 was a very strong El Nino year, and a lot of comparisons, obviously. Well, what's it going to do we reached those numbers like we did in 15. Will we have the same effects? Well, the water temperatures were completely different that year. So what he did was compared 7-day average temperatures for this week in 15 compared to this week in 2023. And even doing that showed how much warmer the waters were this week compared to 2015. So that is why last week, if you didn't hear, Colorado State University really raised their predictions for the remainder of our season because of the water temperatures. I know water temperature. I always talk about water temperatures, but it's part of it. Water temperatures are way warmer in 15, or way warmer than 2015 today than they were then. So, and let's take another graphic. I don't think I saw anybody do. Let's look at El Nino for 15 and see where exactly we were on the map during 15 compared to now. So 15 we were at already in El Nino. So in 2015 we were already almost 1 degree above normal in the Pacific, the area that they measure, and here we're about 0.4 below that. We were so we're not even close to where it was in 15. So it's nearing El Nino, but 2015 was already in El Nino, so it was already strong now. So 04, about the same. See, 04 was 0.2. We're 0.5. This is, and it got to be moderate, kind of. So talked about this a lot on Friday. I don't know if we're reaching that point of where they thought yet. If we're really going to be in a super El Nino, is what I'm saying. There are little question marks if we're really going to be in a super El Nino, like they thought. So, anyway. So that's that. Strong west winds, persistent storms today. Big old storms churning here, unfortunately, coming up. Flooding, huge air concern in the Northeast today again. It's ongoing right now. A lot of stories coming out showing that, unfortunately. So that's happening now. We got some heat advisory again. This is not a good graphic. Let's leave this one up. This is a new global hazard map. Kind of gives you a look ahead, right? So we got heavy rain obviously across the upper Gulf today and tomorrow as we got this flow around that high pressure system. So this was expected. If you watch us every day, we talked a lot about it last week. The hazardous heat, though, is returning. Now, the joke is, did it ever leave? When I post the hazardous heat's coming back, the funniest comment I got from a few people were, did it ever leave? I'm like, I don't think it did. So whatever it is now, it's going to get worse if that's possible. So 713, 714, the Florida Peninsula, the whole Florida Peninsula, and like I said, always sticks out like a sore thumb. This is Florida Peninsula. It's going to be hazardous heat middle of the end of the week. Hazardous heat across all of Mississippi, in all of Louisiana, all of Arkansas, most all of Texas, and that's going to go all the way to California. So it's going to be hot. Hazardous heat is not normal heat. It's a notch above hot. I don't know. And then I get the ones that say it's summer. Like, you're right, it's summer, but it's not normal summer. It's a little hotter. It's a little hotter. Does that even make sense? I don't know. I don't care. I keep my air at 73, and I'll pay the price from Tico in about 2 weeks. I have no idea what we're going to be paying. I don't care. I can't work in the damn hot heat. All right, so here's the heat indexes back. Obviously, there you go. Hundreds all the way through Arkansas, 105 all the way to Louisiana. I mean, it's the same old, same old. This is Wednesday. It is what it is. Look at that. Holy crap. Look at Friday. Jeez. Look at Friday. You start getting these like maroonish colors. That's 105 plus heat indexes. Maybe you gotta be living in Valdosta. It's 108. 108 in South Carolina. It's only 104 in North Carolina. Heat dome returns. What is the word? The word of the year is heat dome. Did you see the new Vegas dome? That thing's badass. I don't know about the eyeball though. I would think they'd have complaints, man. That was a little weird to see an eyeball looking at you out in Vegas. I don't even have to look at this map to know that we're going to see a big old high pressure area building in. Oh, God, look at that big old high. It's not as east as I thought, but still, nonetheless, huge high pressure camped out over southern part of the U.S. A heat dome. This is high pressures. Let's take a look at jet stream winds here. See what we got. Jet's not below it. Well, maybe down south a little bit. Let me go. Let's take a looky here at the tropical Atlantic. Tropical Atlantic. Yeah, you got a little bit of jet stream down there. Some of your subtropical jet. That's a lot of wind shear. This is the end of the week. A lot of wind shear through the Caribbean. Product of El Nino type patterns. So we basically have two jet streams. Click, click. We got two areas of high, strong winds here. We got this bubble of heat down here, basically, and then we got a strong flow there. Big old H. H means hot. So it could be a little storm chaser today for me. Maybe we got some stuff. Look at this high pressure though. Look at this. Thursday H, Friday H, Saturday H. H is for everybody. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Getting hot, 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 hot. Let's look at rainfall. Maybe we're not going to get a lot of rain. Doesn't look like it. We get this high pressure over us. Rainfall totals. QPF, Quantitative Precipitation Forecast. QPF. Sounds like the old shopping network. QEC. All right, so day one rains. There you go. Obviously, we already got some of those. There's that big old H. This is so weird to look at. High pressure. Everything going around this big old high pressure. Flowing up to the northeast. Flowing down through the upper Gulf. Flowing into the peninsula. H is another word for blocking. Like when you go to Talladega and you block on the... That looks like block. All right. So there's today. Here's tomorrow. Boom. Tomorrow, same thing. Rains a little bit lower down into the peninsula, upper Gulf. Rains for Wednesday. Lighten up a little bit. Up north a little bit around the Mississippi. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So not a lot total. So your heaviest rain, well, it's so hard to predict total rain, but you get the idea. When you have high pressure in place, a lot less rain chances. So, story of the week. High. There you go. Let's leave something up here cool to look at, and we'll chit-chat a little more. This is a cool thing to look at. All right, that's what we'll look at right there. That's dry heat on the backside of that line of storms. So Texas, Louisiana, probably got some pretty blue skies right now, I bet. Let's take a look. Blue sky. Oh, we got severe thunderstorm warning in northern Florida right now. Well, we did. Now it's gone. But now we got rain in Tallahassee. Let's look at the current satellite imagery and see if it's blue sky in Louisiana. So let's look at CONUS. What the hell's CONUS mean? CONUS. All right, let's look at some big old image here. Let's look at this guy right here, 2,500 by 1,500. There we go. Not really blue sky. Thought there'd be more. This is a live satellite. You can really zoom in. Did you know the Earth's round? Didn't know that. Thought it was flat. There's some storms bubbling. Bubble, bubble, bubble. We got a little thunderstorm off South Carolina. That looks pretty healthy. This could flow your way a little bit. Maybe start to turn along the coast. So this little bubbling thunderstorm is interesting right here. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Let's look at that. Could be a little healthy thunderstorm bubbling off the coast of South Carolina right now. Here it is right here. Look at this. Look at this little guy. What's this look like? It's got some lightning with it. Let's take a look at it. Let's loop it. Let's see if it's going to reach North Carolina. Is South Carolina going to share their bubbling little thunderstorm? Bubble, bubble, bubble. I got one more graphic to show you that just came out, and then I'll slow down a little bit. I'm a little wired today. I don't know why. Steve's going to Vegas. Yeah, the dome's crazy, isn't it? I like the Earth spinning. That was a neat one. The fireworks was kind of neat. A little big, though. I kept thinking, wonder if permitting, like, let's say you have a really nice view, and all of a sudden somebody builds something right behind your house or something, like maybe they thought it was a good idea, and now you got eyeballs looking at you. And I wonder if they have some regulation of what they can actually put on the sphere, because it's no different than an outdoor sign, I guess, right? But God, it's like, okay, you got some beautiful buildings, and all of a sudden you got this big old bubble of eyeball looking at you now. It's kind of weird. I don't know. This doesn't look like it's gonna get to the coast, so the flow's pushing too much winds around. So I don't think we're gonna see. Maybe touch the Outer Banks. Maybe. This is live. Let's take a look just at the winds here going on for the week. We got two areas of basic weather patterns, and I'm going to show you one more graphic I want to show you. Here's our storms today, obviously around that high, pretty strong along the upper Gulf, so be careful out there on the boating. Pretty calm in the south here, across the Bahamas, pretty calm. Tomorrow, that area shifts off, so yeah, look at this. Waters tomorrow, fairly calm, high pressure. Look at that, very calm tomorrow, Tuesday. Wednesday, high pressure, keeping things calm, very calm Wednesday. Thursday, very calm. I say calm a lot. Calm. Speaking of calms, my daughter Emily went to Luke Combs and loved it. Very, very light winds through the week. Could have some stormy weather coming up into lower Texas Friday, Saturday. Maybe. But at least for the next 5 days, I don't see a lot going on. High pressure ruling things. All right, let's look at the last graphic I wanted to show you. This one. Anyway, blue skies, Louisiana. Yeah, I know. I just saw that Ramona. Looked like it might be high pressure though. Hot. Paul, I agree. It could cause some traffic problems. I don't know, man. They might have to have like a quiet time for the eyeball. I'm sure. Ryan, hey, good question. Ryan wants to know if the dust can make lightning more active. That's a great question. I don't know. It would make sense that it does. Volcanoes, the ash. You have increased lightning. We can look at some future lightning looks today. Let's just, for example, since Florida's pretty much going to get the strongest today and tomorrow, so let's take a look at some lightning outputs today and just kind of see what we might see later in that second round tomorrow. So yeah, we could see some lightning. I don't know if this is any more or less than normal. But it's an interesting graphic, right? We potentially could see some strong storms. In fact, let's see what any tornado. I don't think we're going to be any tornadoes, but hail. Not really showing much. Little sheer. I mean, it could be some surprise little storms popping up. Supercell composite. Not much, but tricky. Anytime you start seeing these cells in the afternoon, right smack dab over Tampa at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, right along Interstate 4, all the way to Shelley's land. How many times over the years have I basically joked about Interstate 4 and the weather patterns across Florida are just the trickiest thing ever, because Interstate 4 is right here. Everything follows Interstate 4. And I've always wondered if the cars, like the temperatures of the cars, like magnify storms, But gonna be some storm. What do I have this afternoon? Maybe I can storm chase. I got a new microphone I need to test out. I'm pretty excited. Northern Lights, Mirtha brings up a point. Let me see. I have a Northern Lights map among the million links on my site. I do have a Northern Lights map down here by time. Northern Lights. You probably didn't even know where I clicked. How about fast clicker? But I don't even know. I never go to this page. It's accurate though. 710. There's probably a forecast page somewhere. Forecast. Let's see. I don't know how to use the damn thing. Just show forecasts. This is July 10th. I don't know if we got any ahead. There's today's. Well, in long range though. I wonder why they don't have any long range. Might be. It's probably on this page though. Aurora News, Aurora Science. Ooh, got dark mode. Ooh, now you can pretend you're there watching them. Never seen them. I don't know. I'm not like one of my bucket list things, but maybe one day. All right, let's go back to this graphic. Mary Carol, good night. Donna, I think I did see that picture. That was the lightning in the Blue Angel. Fluffy, great over there on YouTube. Thanks for the comment. Was in Puerto Rico the last few days. Said lightning was intense. That's interesting. That's a great question Mike Anderson had. I would think, yeah, because of the dusty, dry, staticky conditions that you see in volcanic eruptions. Lightning's fascinating. I'm not 100% though. I will admit, the pumpkin was cool, Steve. It was pumpkin. Don't stay quiet. Don't stay camping. Well, I am going to Panama City next week. All right. Last but not least, this is a graphic that was put out. This is a long range. I show long range precipitation models a lot. This is a seasonal forecast that it looks like it's put out by several agencies blended together, including the Euro UK, CMC, GFS, everybody, it looks like. I love this graphic. It's blended. You're probably looking at it wondering, what the hell is that? Well, basically, this is for 3 months, I believe. This is through August and October. Showing this. Basically, this area right here, this is the U.S. right here, U.S. That'd be a funny commercial. USA. I'm laughing out loud. At my own jokes. Pretty bad, isn't it? So, this is a 3-month average of precipitation anomalies. Very high. Like 70 to 100% more rainfall confidence than normal coming in off Africa. So, doesn't mean anybody's going to get hit doesn't mean anything other than the fact there's going to be more fuel, more juice, more potential. Cape Verde style season. Those waters are extremely warm, so thus the increased forecast from CSU for a busy season to come. But this is an interesting map, just showing you that on average, pretty much all models predicting a above average precipitation across the Atlantic. I don't know if it's going to hit your zip code or not. Might be a fish storm. Might be a fish storm that everybody calls fish storm that actually goes to our friends at Bermuda. Then I have to be mean and say, don't call it fish storm because we have 60,000 people in Bermuda. Bermuda is 6 times the size of Oldsmar. I just figured that out. Oh, Chris has said blended jalapenos. Why did that sound good all of a sudden? Yeah, Kevin, I don't know when Noah does a update. Hey, Kevin from Hillsboro, I saw your other posts. Met some cool fans this week, by the way. They said they live over here off West Chase at the softball field. Wait till 12. I see your comment, Miss Shelley. So anyway, that's about it. I'm going to read some comments. I'm going to leave it up here on our post for our cruise. We'd love to see you. We got a long way away, but it's never too early to plan. If you're a weather groupie and like to party and have fun and learn about weather and meet other weather fans and have a cool presentation presented and a ton of other fun stuff, then check it out. This is in March. Spring break for most people in Florida. So, highly recommend it. I didn't think I was going to like year 1. Year 2, I was excited. I'm even more excited for year 3 because it is a lot of fun. Good morning, Sherry Brown, long-time follower. Corrine from the South Carolina lowlands. I know where that's at. Hurricane Florence, a bad memory there. MT Mapes, good morning. Thank you for the stars. Oh, I love anything with jalapenos. I love. But that's it. Just like like I opened the show. There's always that fault since the season's a bust this time of year when we don't see anything. So I always see it. I always feel it. I always get it. I try to explain to people, but they're like, yeah, but no, it's always slow in July. I don't think that Daytona 500 or the Firecracker 400 ever got rained out because of the tropics, because it's always used to be in July 4th. Until some yahoos decide to change it. Why do you mess with tradition? NASCAR. Thousands of people made their summer vacations to Florida. Kids are out of school. Now you have it at the end of August when kids are in school. The peak of hurricane season. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, Karina's Hilton Head. Okay, well, hey, I don't know. I just saw South Carolina, North Carolina. I was thinking, what else do they call it over there? What do they call the area around New Bern? I don't know. I don't know all the slang. I'll try to remember that next time. I'll think it's South Carolina. Tiffany, yeah, you got a lot of storms, tons of it. You're going to have more today, more tomorrow. Might be a little stronger today, as we got a little more storm prediction center outlook. Yeah, we've never been on Adventure of the Seas either, Katie. That'll be fun. I love new ships. I love to try to get lost. Yeah, we lost flip-flops on the ship, and that was not planned, by the way. The funniest story ever. Lost my shoes on the ship. Did I ever find them? Somebody found. Oh, my buddy. So I woke up from a nap. I was taking a nap. Yeah, right. Looked around. Shoes are gone. I looked over there. Oh, there's some shoes underneath another lounge chair. So I said, somebody grabbed mine by mistake. So then I wore somebody else's shoes. And my buddy Sean saw me sleeping and, or no, why did he take them? I don't even know why. But anyway, somebody took them. Then he lost them because he put them somewhere. And then they had to find them. Then they found them. Then I left the shoes I borrowed at an elevator. Somebody took a picture of the shoes in the elevator thinking they were mine. They said, hey, we found your shoes, but they weren't mine. They were my replacements that I borrowed, that hopefully who I borrowed them from found them. If not, they're still on the Lido deck. And it was funny because I walked down the mall area. I didn't care. So everybody's getting ready for dinner. This is so funny because we were late night late night dinner. So I walked through the Promenade. Is that what they call it, the Promenade deck with all the pizza places and all the nice bars? And I'm walking through there with no shoes on because I went back looking for them. That's what I did. I went back and then I turned around and then I found them. So I walked through there. I don't know. I look like a homeless guy walking through the Promenade deck. Like, oh, there's Mike. Harold, air quality. I got an air quality map. That's UV index. That's not air quality. I don't know if I got an air quality map. I got the smoke map. I'm wondering. I don't have an air quality map on my site. Well, maybe I do. Let's see here. Let's go to I don't know. Where a good spot to get a good air quality map? I got a smoke map. I bet you the smoke map shows we were talking about those fires in Canada last week. Let's see if the northeast. There's some coming down. There's basically your Canadian fires spinning down around upper parts of the U.S. today. Big fires up there again. I gotta find a good air quality. I got a sky cover map. Why is this not even defaulting? Oh, this is the link I want. All right, let's see if there's an air quality map. Dew point, wind, sky cover. I'll have to look for a good one. Zoom Earth, though. Let's take a look at the current fires. I know the western part of Canada has a ton of fires right now. We got a few popping. Uh-oh. These are new. Luckily, the flow is going north, but here's a 600,000 acre fire, 200,000. So we're going to have to watch this again. We get any low pressure up here, unfortunately, might spin some of the smoke down. But we got a lot of fires going on. Here's that smoke trail right here. So all these fires here are being pushed down right now. Low pressure right here spinning. You can see it. See that low? So it's kind of bringing in these winds and all that smoke down in the U.S. Very, very active fire season going on in Canada right now. And you can see how thick that smoke is right here coming through. It's still dark out there. My visible satellite. What the hell's going on now? HD? No. Slow internet connection. I don't have a slow internet connection, do I? No, I don't have a slow internet connection. Anyway, let's sign off and click it again. There we go. So that's smoke. Anyway, right there. North Dakota, Minneapolis. So some of the smoke's coming down through North Dakota into Minnesota right now, maybe into Wisconsin some. This smoke trail touching Montana a little bit. So that's your current smoke. You don't want that smoke. All right, cool beans. Well, it's been an hour. had a good time talking. Hopefully learned something about the water temps. And that's it. Curious about the storms today down in my neck of the woods in the peninsula of Florida. Finally going to see some rain. Very curious about the water temperatures, though. I predict this week will be some big water temperature. Hopefully this rain will cool things down a little bit, but water temps are rising. So yeah, air quality map will be my next agenda. Oh, Shelly already sent me links. Okay, well I don't have my email open, so. We'll see what we got. I can't click them off of here, though. Oh, there's Miss Shelly. Shelly found me links. Air pollution. AQICN.org. Oh, that's a cool map. Well, you know, you know what? I do have a link. I guess I do have a link. I forgot I added it. It's down here. Because we were looking at that a couple of weeks ago. Right here, Smoke and Fire map. I guess Smoke and Fire map's kind of the same thing. Live U.S. fire map. This is kind of your same thing, I think. Kind of showing you, this is more fire and smoke. Air quality is different. Air pollution. Man, we're not doing too good down here in Tampa. We're actually in the yellow, 77. That's interesting. I have to see if I can pull this up. I'll just add the link if I remember to do it right. I'll just keep it as new and then I'll do it later because I'm burning out. Burning out. Okay, no. Shelly. Ari Riggs, what's up, buddy? I'm going to read some comments here real quick. Again, we appreciate it. All the new subscribers, we love you. We appreciate it. I get the weirdest emails. So, some people sign up as a subscriber thinking that's the only way they can get the website. The website's always there. It's free, obviously. It's everywhere. The Daily Brew is free. It's on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I do TikTok videos. That's all free. I get these weird emails like, I had one today. Lady's bashing me. She's like, you went from 99 cents to $4.99. I can't believe you quadrupled your price. I'm like, for what? Everything's the same. The $4.99 is just a monthly supporter, basically. So, you know, and you get a lot of perks. It's not, you don't have to pay to see the website. Never have. So, but anyway, we do appreciate the subscribers because it all adds up. So, thank you very much. And we do some cool perks too. I'm excited. I ordered a bunch of them red radios from the wholesaler. My favorite weather radio. Hopefully I can sell them for $20. That's the best price on Amazon right now is $20. But I might throw in like a sticker and a koozie or something to make it like extra special. Everybody knows I love that red and I'm definitely going to put a logo on the radio itself. So it'll be a little customized with our logo on it. So that'll be probably 3 weeks from now. Hopefully 4 weeks from now. Because everybody's always asking, what's your favorite weather radio? And I always tell them. So anyway, all right. Hey, it's link time. I got to think of a cool thumbnail. So I always do my thumbnail links to put up on YouTube. So let's do this one. I'm going to point this way, like that. I'm going to look at it. So I got to look this way. It's so weird I'm looking the other way. All right, so we're going to point like that. I'm going to look like. Okay. All right, y'all. Have a great Monday. TGIM if it's your Friday. And we'll be live tomorrow. There'll be no live Thursday. And then next week's going to be very spotty because we're going to be in Panama City all week. So depending on the weather next week, might not have a lot going on. I might not stress about it. Shelly's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, I do worry. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, have a great day. Cheers.